heavenly birthday to Sammy Tanner, who would have been 86 years old today. He died 2 years ago, and he was an icon in the Speedway and the TT motorsports world. He was the king of Ascot Park. He started the Speedway at the Revival, the Whiteman Stadium in 1968, and raced at the Costa Mesa Speedway before returning back to Ascot. But today is his birthday. Happy heavenly birthday, the famous and beloved Sammy Tanner. The sport world mourns the loss of Sammy Tanner. We send our thoughts and prayers to his family, all those in the motorsport world who got to know Sammy on a personal level, got to know the good nature of this man. Sammy was more than just a motorcycle champion. He was a really good person. He was a soft-spoken man. He did a lot of help in the motorsports world. He sponsored a lot of riders with the helmets. And Sammy was just a good person. Everyone who knew Sammy was blessed. The Midwest County Fair in Texas, they had these motorcycle events, like a fairgrounds derby, and Sammy was a very big participant in this fair, and he was just a young boy. I think he was like barely 14 years old. Sammy Tanner was racing in the fair. Sammy was a little guy. He was barely 5 foot tall, and he weighed 100 pounds. That was soaking wet. Sammy was just a little tot, about 14 years old, racing in that fair, and he was a good rider. He was just born a good rider. And when he was in the fair, I got my friend right here. The announcer saw Sammy and said, "Hey, Sammy is a rock star. He has a record. So all you girls, the teeny bops, you want to go to the pits after the races, you can get Sammy's autograph, give you a copy of that record also."
I love you.
Sammy was mobbed by those teeny bops, but he had no idea that the announcer had said this, and he went ahead and kind of was thinking like, "Oh yeah, I have my record, I'll bring it next week to the races." But Sammy didn't really have a record. So the girls all started to crowd around Sammy, and he was very popular because the announcer said Sammy was a rock and roll star. He had this incredible wit about him. And he was thinking, what am I going to do? So he got a pencil and he wrote on a paper a song, The Flying Flea. And then he went to a recording studio close by. He paid the guy a few bucks. He went ahead and recorded this song. For those of you that don't know, Sammy was a professional singer. Here's his song, The Flying Flea.
In the motorcycle event of the century with the flying flea to the outside, moving out the lead. Left off for second, sideburns for third, and it's the flying flea, the boy to see, jumping into us strongly. Oh, he's tracking today, just 5 feet tall, but it's the flea, the flying flea, flying across that finish line at number 1 position. Your winner, the flying flea.
Well, I was born in a Texas shack. I took one look and said, "Send it back." No stonier lump ever lived in me than I'm known as a flying flea.
White leather pants and a leather coat, that's the only care for me. When I dig out, I'm 10 feet tall. They call me the flying flea.
Oh, baby, I wouldn't trade that for the tallest, biggest black silk hat. And I live when they cheer for me. I feel very big, the flying flea.
White leather pants and a leather coat, that's the only care for me. When I dig out, I'm 10 feet tall. They call me the flying flea.
Now the gun goes off, I'm here to warn you, Jack. I'm gonna do my best to blow you off the track. Instead of making our history, so move aside for the flying flea.
White leather pants and a leather coat, now that's the only care for me. When I dig out, I'm